Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the JW3 Friday briefing. Just in case there's anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Judy Trotter. I head up adult education at JW3, and a special welcome back to our guest this morning, Kobi Frig, who's now changed to Kobi Jerusalem. Like that. I quite like the Hebrew being there, but at least people can see now. So, as you know, since October the 7th, we've provided opportunities to raise awareness of the hostages, opportunities for us to connect both together in the building and with Israel. And thank you for appreciating it. And I said I would keep it going through August, and Kobi luckily is in Jerusalem and happy to talk to us. And the tensions that have built up over the last week felt it essential anyway that we have that ongoing connection. Kobi was last with us in January 2024, before Purim, and whether it was different, perhaps we'll look at that during the half an hour we're together. But certainly we're in the now, here and now. And for those of you who didn't see Kobi then, he's the CEO of the Train Theatre in Jerusalem, and he was at JW3 just a few weeks ago. Brought the production Once Upon a World to our stage. It was really nice to meet you in person then, Kobi. He's also, since the 7th, he's raised funds to send 150 teams to perform to evacuees in Israel. And he's brought thousands of children to their Davidson Center so that they can be away from the situation and also connect and be together. So as always, put your questions in the chat so I can post them if there's time. Kobi, welcome. Again, not an easy task we ask of you after a very difficult week. So please share with us what's uppermost on your mind this morning with great thanks.
Good morning, London, from Jerusalem. It's an honor for me to come to talk to you again. We've been to London like 3 weeks ago. We came back after visiting in JW3, and it was great. I will update you a little bit about Israel, the theater, Jerusalem, and then if you have question or you want to ask things, I will answer if I know the answers. So my name is Kobi Frig. I'm the CEO of the Train Theatre, which is a children theater for really small children, with 3 to 10 or 12, and we are working. It's a 43 years old theater, and since then we are working very hard to bring culture and art to children, and this is our mission. And since the beginning of October, and since October 7, like we work really hard to continue bring the children some breathing, I said, like, and we work with the children from the south. We went to the hotels and work with them, which was really hard work. And for this, what we did for the first two months. Then we open our house and we bring children from the south, like to stay in our building and see and work there and just have a proper life outside the hotels, because in the hotel it becomes like too hectic. And since then we are really we are trying hard to do that. In Purim, I was here in January. We were working on a huge parade. Of course, we thought that the war will end. Yeah, we were hoping that the war will end, and we said, okay, we will have a giant puppet parade in Purim. And it was a big discussion in Israel about really in all the news, and if we're supposed to do that or not supposed to do that. And in the end, we did that. It was big. We did big parade, and it was like to bring, for me, yeah, I was pushing it, and for me, it's like to bring health and creativity to people, because people in this kind of time, they're like closing in their house and closing it, stay in the house and depressed and don't have the power to do something. So I really believe that culture and art and doing this kind of thing give you power from inside that can help you dealing with what we're dealing with. And that's the reason why I really wanted to do that. And since then, we're continue working we are now working on a festival that's going to happen in August. In the 18th of August, we're opening it for 5 days for children. Of course, we hope that the war won't increase, because when the war, like now in this situation, it's like we are waiting for the missiles to come. And this is really strange atmosphere, because like I will tell you, like yesterday, my wife, she's a painter and she's an artist. She opened an exhibition it was the opening night of her exhibition. And on the way, we have 3 children, like between 9 to 14. On the way with the car, the children asked me, my youngest, she's in a summer camp, and they told her, if there is a missile, go to near the trees and put your arm on your head. And she asked me, how can it help? Like if a missile will hit you? And it was really strange discussion that I do with my children about missiles, put your head, what can we do? And we are going to an exhibition and open an art in an art gallery. So this is like I don't know how to say it. Like it's not balanced, but it's something that we are living in. Like it's very strange, because in Jerusalem, it's quiet. Like they don't shoot here a lot, but we are part of the country, of course, and we feel the energy, and we feel how it's very hard. Like especially, of course, in the south, in the north, which they are like, it's like a war for them since October 7, and they are out of their houses. But also now with the increasing of with the children that died in the north, the children, the Druze children, and then the killing of the Hamas, the Hamas chief. What's the word? I don't know. And then it's like we don't know how it will end. Like how I really hope that it will end. I hope everything. I believe I'm an optimistic man, and I believe that everything will be. It's a way to end it. But of course, there is a lot of politics inside, and the Israeli politics are like today is really bad for me. Yeah, I tell my opinion. For me, it's not good, and it's like held by a prime minister that want to keep his prime minister, and with a very right wing, very strong right wing, and they hold us. Yeah. And but I believe in democracy, and I believe that it will change, and people will change it, and we will have the power to create something from the middle, and something that we can all live with it. Of course, we have enemies around us, and it's very strong now. It's very strong, I think, all over the world. Yeah, but we are struggling like all the world is like politics, and people hate each other, and groups, and if you're not like this, you are like that, and nothing between. And this is something I think everyone feel. Yeah. But when it comes with missiles, it's more problematic. So I hope it won't be worse and go to other places. and we will find solution and find the power to lead. Yeah, because the people, most of the people, they don't want war. They want to live. They want to grow their children. They want to do business. They want to travel in the world. They want. I believe in all places, not only in Israel, all places. But we need the power to lead our leaders to do that. And this is something that we're dealing with. In Jerusalem, we had a loss of Shai Doron, who is the president of the Jerusalem Foundation. He came to London a week ago, and the Jerusalem Foundation. I don't know if you know them, but they are fundraising money for culture and for better society in Jerusalem all over the world. Teddy Kollek started that I don't know 40 years ago, and the president Shai Doron, he was the manager also of the zoo. He created the zoo in Jerusalem, and 6 years ago he became the president of Jerusalem Foundation. He was 64 and he came to London for work and to meet people, and he got a heart attack and died in London. The body is still not arrived to Israel for the funeral, but for us, like the cultural organization and the society, it's a big loss in Jerusalem. And that's it. I hope it will of course for his family, but also for Jerusalem, it's a big loss. What else can I tell you about Israel and Jerusalem? If you want to ask me questions or.
Okay, so we'll make it more of a conversation, and I will say to you, as we've got a little bit more time, if you want to ask a question rather than putting it in chat, I will let you do that. So just either unmute yourself or put the yellow icon hand up, then I can see you. So Kobi, you were talking about the festival for 5 days, so first of all, I'm ashamed to say I haven't been to the Davidson Theatre, so I don't know how big it is. You don't have accommodation for the children, presumably they have to stay outside and then just come in for the day. Is that?
Yeah, it's a 5 days festival. It's happening in 3 different theaters and also in outdoor in the Bell Park, which is where we sit and where is our building. It's a kind of like maybe there is 40 shows in that week or 50, and maybe 10,000 or 12,000 tickets that we sell, and we bring it. It's most of the year it's an international festival, but this year it's very hard to bring artists from abroad to Israel, and we have a Czech group that coming, and so it's still international, but only, sorry, one group. And it's a really nice event. I hope it will, you never know. Like you need only the day before you know if it will happen or not. But we're working very hard to bring the best for the children. So family come and they stay and they go to 3 different, 2 different shows a day, and also hanging outdoor. And it's a good day for culture, for children, and people come from out of the city. Now, because Jerusalem is like more safe city, it's like the main place for tourists, for Israeli tourists, because people go abroad, but if they want to come to go for vacation, summer vacation, many come to Jerusalem because it's a safe city. So last week we had the cinema festival, the film festival, which was huge and very big. And in the summer, Jerusalem, in the regular summer, Jerusalem is like full of festival and full of culture and full of music and art and restaurant. And this time it's okay, we want to go back to our life, but we don't know how people will react, and is it safe, not safe? So very strange time, really. Yeah.
So that was I was going to ask you as well about tourism. It's not tourism, it's having a holiday, having a break from where you are in Israel to go to somewhere else in Israel. Now you've answered that with Jerusalem. But some people obviously not so much as tourists from the conversations I've had, but people wanting to show support from Israel from here, whether they've got a second home there or not, are coming over so that they can help, they can volunteer, they can see their friends, family, and again, that connection. So it's good to know that people are still moving around the country. And of course, one of the pictures we get to see are people filling the cafes, especially in Tel Aviv. That's always the place that people zoom in on as full cafes, very busy pavements, full beaches, which is as it should be, because you know this.
Yeah, it's a summer. First, I will say the visitors from abroad. It's very important. There is group that sometimes come and work from in the south and work in the north, and it give us also help and power to continue. I think the Jewish world. Yeah, I'm working now on the next on my next Purim parade. Yeah, and I'm thinking how to create it like important, and I'm thinking about Jewish communities that come from abroad and that coming to Jerusalem and working with us, and to create it like a giant Jewish parade for Purim, like a happy one. Yeah, and this is what I'm thinking of for the future. And I'll tell you about the coffees and that it's open and people sitting. Yeah, people are trying to live. How do I will say it? It's like we want to create like, okay, it's regular and we have life and we have, of course, our head is like thinking all the time what will happen, but do you know this word? How do you say it in English? Eat and eat and drink because tomorrow you're gonna die. It's
You
like
might
that.
be dead, yes.
You might be dead.
Yeah.
So I hope I won't be dead, but maybe, you know.
Yeah, it's living your best life under the circumstances you're in, wherever that is in the world. Yeah. So just to go back to the festival, if people are here, if visiting from abroad, do they have to have children to come to the festival, or do you?
No, actually, no. You can come to the festival, and there is an adult event in the evening. Every evening there is an adult event, and which is very nice. And they can come and visit our galleries, and they can come. It's really nice event for everyone. So, and if you're planning to come to Israel on that date, write me and I will host you, and you will be my guest. We'll take care of you, don't worry. And yeah, you're most welcome.
You heard that here first, and obviously you can get Kobi's email from me, or I will forward a message from you. Okay, so this one, we always come back to this hope for political change. The hope keeps coming up that maybe we don't need to wait till the end of the war. I mean, in the beginning we could say that because, as you said, the war was only going to last a couple of months and weeks even. Like these Friday mornings, I never set them up as a series because it was just to deal with the immediate, which was going to be short term. So now there's this continual hope that maybe there'll be an election before the end of the war. When do we wait for? How is that going to happen? And there are moments of hope where it looks like something will make that happen. Maybe those are the news flashes that we get. And how it feels in Israel, whether there's any possibility of that, whether it does have to get through this period first.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
I just realized I went back to talking very quickly. I apologize. Do
No,
you
no,
think
it's okay.
there's a chance of an election in any time soon?
Um, I believe I don't really know. I'll say the truth. Like, I'm sorry. Do you hear all these messages? I don't know when it will end. Like we really hope, like the hostages. It's like we have some hope that they will have a deal and they create a deal and maybe the hostages will come back. And but it every time it comes and goes. And the feeling is that the politics here have interest not to finish it because of the like what happened in October 7. And people won't vote for them again, yeah, and they know that if the government go out, he won't come back to be the prime minister. He knows it. He have no interest to 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 finish it, which is really bad. And it's like today I read in the newspaper that the only people that don't have interest is like Netanyahu and Sinwar, like so they will continue and we will be their hostages. But I think all history full of that. It's like that. People in politics, they lead to war and they lead to, many times in for their interest. And what can we do? We can still, you know, we have we need to live here, and we know that we need to be strong and to go to the army. I went to the army. I was in a special unit. I did my service I did it like it was important for me. But since then, and since the army, I was become more peaceman. I've changed. I understand that war is not a solution, and I'm working very hard to create peace area. And I hope that it will happen, and I hope that we will. Many people go to protest. Many people go to. We're trying to keep our democracy like strong, and not because it's important. But it is very hard time, hard and also unique. We never had this kind of situation. Like I was born in 76. Most of my life was peace, or I didn't feel war that I'm afraid of. And now it's happened. Like in October 7, I was afraid. I was afraid of my family. I was afraid of my everything. We were in kind of panic. Yeah, we didn't know if Israel will survive. And now I know that Israel will survive, but I don't know what will be the cost. Yeah, because we don't know how big it's going to be now with Iran and Lebanon and Nasrallah and all our friends in the Middle East. But I think although when I was in Europe, when I was traveling now, I was in Germany and I went to London and I came to London and I know the news. I hear the news. I was in Amsterdam and I hear the news about people don't go with us. Like they don't like us in the news in Europe, and they are more pro Arab. But I think in the bottom of the thing, yeah, when if will be attack now on Israel, they will understand who is the right, who to support, yeah. And I've heard that America and Britain are like working now to how to help us if there will be attack from Iran. And I can see also in the election that people in Europe they understand that there is a problem with with Muslim that coming to Europe and live there. Of course, not everyone, and I'm really I love people, yeah. But I was in Berlin in the European Cup a month ago, and there was a game between Turkey and Holland, and we went to the game. But the day before, all Berlin is full of Turkish that went with the flags and with they did with the car. And Berlin is like quiet. We are German are more, we are quiet, and they were like looking it, and it was the first many Turkish in Berlin, and it was like they had the opportunity to put their flag out and to put their energy, and all the like the original Germans come to you and say quietly, but they said, yeah, we want Holland to win. So this is like kind of, I hope that we will manage to live together. Yeah, full of politics all over.
Absolutely. How closely are you following the American election? And
of course we follow, because it's really influenced Israel. But I think luckily for us, each president will be okay for Israel. You know, he have his interest, yeah, because the democracy have their interest with all the Jewish communities that most of them are democracy, yeah, and they have their interest for Israel. And the Republican have the Messiah Christian that also for Israel, and they have their interest for Israel. So I think in America we're okay. The problem is like the people. If the people will feel that they hate Jews and it's happening in the communities, this is the problem. That it's not about the president. It's about the energy that will happen in America, like with a right wing of Trump, or with movements that will feel that we need, like in the history, we need to take care of ourselves. We have problems in Israel. It's a problem for us, and easily it's become Israel is a problem. Okay, the Jewish are the problem. Yeah. So and this is a kind of a barometer of the world. If there is a Jew hate, it's a barometer to the energy of the world of like, it's the first thing that you hate is the Jewish, and then you continue with your own problem and your own politics. So it's we are in a tough time, and we need to learn the history. We need to fight for the future. We need, it's our task, like our generation, and the generation is good, you know, and the young people. We always said like, oh, the young people, all the time in the computers and the telephones, and what is that generation? How they will lead us? And in Israel, the young generation that went now to the army between 20 and 30 and took responsibility, they are amazing. Like really, they have they are willing to bring their life to bring good, and they are fighting and also writing, which is amazing. And we hope that it will create a better world.
Yes, from your your lips, that's a good spot to finish on, with the hope. And as you say, we have so much to be proud of in Israel, with Israel. Kobi, thank you so much, and we wish you all the luck with the theatre. If anyone is going to Israel, you know other people going to Jerusalem so what are the actual dates again?
18 to 22.
18th to 2nd of August. Let me know and I will connect you with Kobi. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Kobi, for joining us. Next week we have Gideon Sylvester, who many of you will know, British born but been in Israel for a long time, backwards and forwards. And I wish you all a safe week and a safe Shabbat, and Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Kobi.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.